Headlines say a Japan trip in 2026 costs way more. One fee up 400%, another tripled. Kyoto charging 10,000 yen a night. Most of it will not touch your bill. Here's what's real, what's noise, and why November 1st matters. Here's the trick. Every one of these headlines hides. The scary number is usually real for somebody, just probably not for you. You saw visa fees up 400% and pictured your own trip getting pricier. Watch what happens when we actually check. We run each claim through the same two questions. Does it apply to your passport, your date, your route, and is it active right now? 5 headlines. Let's start with the loudest. Headline 1. Japan raised its tourist visa fee by 400%. Real number, but it only lands on travelers who need a visa in the first place for applications accepted from July 1st, 2026. The standard single entry fee went from about 3,000 yen to about 15,000. That is 5 times the old price. Here's the catch. If your passport gets Japan's short stay visa exemption, the US, UK, most of the EU, Canada, Australia, and dozens more, you never apply for a tourist visa, so this fee never appears on your bill. So if you're watching this from Chicago or London, that 400% headline was never about you. If you do need a visa, check the embassy or consulate handling your case. The amount can vary by nationality, and an agency may add its own fee. Real number, narrow audience, which brings us to the system everyone assumes they'll need next. Headline 2. Soon you'll have to buy a Japanese travel authorization called JESTA. It's a real future law, an ESTA-style online pre-approval for visa-exempt travelers. But there is nothing to buy for a 2026 trip. There is no official portal, no official fee, and the system is not launching until later this decade. So if a website offers to sell you a JESTA today, that is a scam. Close the tab. For this year's trip, the answer is simple, not now. 2 headlines down. Now the ones that are true today, starting with the one that touches almost everyone. Headline 3. Japan's departure tax tripled. This one is true today, and it reaches almost every traveler flying out of Japan. For departures from July 1st, 2026, the international tourist tax went from 1,000 yen to 3,000, 2,000 yen more. On a normal flight, it is usually built into your ticket price, not collected at a separate counter. And here's the part most headlines skip. This one applies to Japanese citizens too, not just foreign tourists. Everyone flying out pays it. Tickets issued before July 1st may still use the old rate, and the exemptions are narrow. Children under 2, crew, and some transit passengers who leave within 24 hours. For most adults, this passes both questions. One traveler pays 2,000 yen more than before. A family of 4 pays 8,000 more. Smaller than your airfare, but a real line on the budget. The next one sounds anything but small. 10,000 yen a night. Headline 4. Kyoto now charges a 10,000 yen hotel tax. The scary figure is real, but it is the ceiling, not the normal charge. Since March 1st, Kyoto's lodging tax is set per person per night on the room-only price before meals and consumption tax. 10,000 yen only applies when that room-only price reaches 100,000 yen or more per person per night. Picture a 90,000 yen room shared by 2 people. That is 45,000 each, so each guest pays 1,000 yen, 2,000 total for the room, not 20. A solo traveler paying 18,000 yen a night for 3 nights pays 1,200 yen in total. The maximum is real. Your bill depends on the price per person. 1 headline left. And this one says the tax-free deal is dead. Headline 5. Tax-free shopping ends on November 1st. Nothing is ending. What changes is when and how you get the money back. Through October 31st, eligible visitors buy qualifying goods at the tax-free price right in the shop. From November 1st, you pay the full tax-included price first, then claim the refund before you leave. Picture this. On November 2nd, you buy a camera in Osaka, price at 30,000 yen before tax. At the register, you pay the full 33,000. Nothing comes off in the store. That 3,000 yen tax comes back only after customs confirms the camera is actually leaving Japan. So here is your action list for any trip after November 1st. Complete customs confirmation before you check a bag holding those goods. Keep the items available to show and do not eat, drink, or use up anything you plan to claim. Then the shop or its refund provider returns the tax minus any service fee. So check that fee before you buy. Tax-free shopping continues. The process changes, and of the whole list, this is the one date you can still plan around. So book your departure day with a little extra airport time. Now put it on one real bill. Traveler 1, a visa-exempt adult, leaving after July 1st, 3 nights alone in Kyoto at 18,000 yen a night. 1 tax-free purchase after November. Visa fee 0. JESTA 0. Departure tax 3,000 yen normally inside the airfare, 2,000 more than before. Kyoto tax 400 yen a night, 1,200 total. At the shop, she pays the tax up front and may get it back after customs. Her identifiable mandatory extra is 4,200 yen. 3,000 departure, 1,200 Kyoto. Now change the profile. Traveler 2 needs a visa and books 1 luxury night in Kyoto at 120,000 yen. Now it is a real number. 15,000 yen for the visa, 10,000 in Kyoto tax for that single night, 3,000 to depart, close to 28,000 yen against traveler 1's 4,200. Same 5 headlines, a completely different bill. That is the whole point. Change the passport, the hotel, the city, or the date, and the answer changes with you. So before any Japan headline rewrites your budget, ask the 2 questions. Does it apply to me, and is it active now? Which headline had you worried before this video? Tell me below. I'll tell you which box it lands in. You've handled the money. Next week, we look at one small everyday habit that quietly sets tourists apart in Japan. Subscribe so you catch it before your trip. See you then. 日本からヒロがお届けしました。またお会いしましょう。